Unknown number, you're on PokerSesh.
Limoni.
Oh,
Luca Mack.
See, I know when it says unknown number, it's going to be the fucking Australians.
Yeah, bruh.
So we got Australians on the phone. I saw your hand history that you posted in the forums at Live at the Bike. That was the dumbest hand history I've ever seen in my entire. I'm just gonna call it the way it is. That hand history is fucking retarded. Did you mess it up?
No, yeah, I forgot to put in the board was there's 2 hearts on the board, and the turn was another heart, and then he came out and fired 100, donk let 100 into me. I forgot to put the suits on there. What a dick.
Yeah, you know, you're probably losing, but there's such little money behind, and you still got a full house draw. You basically just have to go with it. I mean, it's like, I don't know what you want me to want to tell you. You flop top set, you're gonna go with it, basically.
Yeah, you think we shouldn't be deeper in order to go for it? You think just go with it anyway?
I mean, unless he'll just like show you his hand, he might. You know, if it's a straight math play, and you're gonna move all in no matter what, and he's gonna call no matter what, you could just show him the 2 kings and say, hey, do you want a bad beat or not? Show me 2 hearts, and he might just show them to you. I've had people do that so many times.
What, just angle him? No, that's sick. What? Hang on, what do you say? Like,
that's not an angle.
Do you want?
That's not an angle. That's not a fucking angle. That's not an angle.
That's a massive angle. That's a massive angle.
That is not an angle in any way, shape, or form.
I like that. I like that.
You guys don't.
And I like it.
You fuckers don't understand what a real angle is, okay? That's not an angle. I can tell you some real angles, but I'm not going to. I'm much too ethical.
Wait. Actually, I've got a serious question for you.
Okay, ask me a serious question.
What do you know about Iggy Azalea?
Oh God, you are fucking try. I go out. Okay, for those of you listening, like if you're a fan of the show, if you're part of the audience of PokerSesh, and basically if you come to Los Angeles, I'll go out and party with you. I mean, I'm not like one of those creepy guys who runs like a training site that really can't like meet with anyone or make eye contact with anyone or have any fun. I'm just a regular fucking dude, you know. If you come to town and you want to hang out, then I want to hang out too. I mean, it's like, fuck it. I'm at the casino. I'm at the bar anyway. Let's fucking hang out. I'm not one of those creepy poker retard nerd dudes. So these idiots from fucking Australia come in, Greg and fucking, well, he goes by Luca Mack and Luke, and they want to go out. And so we go out to bars, and they get me thrown out of all my local haunts. Because they're saying, like, apparently people in Australia don't mind saying black dick a lot. No, see, I can't say that. Now I'm going to get in trouble. Well, anyway, he likes to say, like, horrible things, but he's saying it in an Australian accent, so he sort of gets away with it. And I don't know. I mean, why did I even get started on this? So if you want to come to town and go out and have drinks with me, I'm 100% for it, but please don't get me thrown out of all my favorite places. Like now I go back to these places and there's no way that I can just sneak in because they already know me. I mean, I can't sneak anywhere. So now I have to find a whole bunch of...
The guy in the second place was a dick though.
Yeah, well, yeah. It was a fun night regardless. It was a fun night. So do you have a serious...
Hey, what cigar do we have?
We got La Plata cigars. They're sort of a locally made cigar. They're nice and mild. Hey, Lukey, do you have a real question? I got the phone lines are blowing up here.
I do.
Okay, give me a real question.
All right, like talk to me like about break-even stretches. Like I'm doing my head in at the moment. Like I'll admit, I'm supposed to admit that I've played some spots bad in the last 370 hours. I understand that, like. But I wouldn't say it's any more than usual, and I'm just like, it's just doing my nutting at the moment. Like every other day I win, every other day I lose. Like, and I'm just breaking even through the session, breaking even over the week, over the month. Like it's almost been 3 months. Like I came to Vegas, change of scenery. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like over 1,100 hours, something that I've got vlogged so far.
Right.
Like, I'm still like 370 hours. Like my graph at the start looks like absolute sex. Like it goes straight up most of 90-degree angle. So obviously, like I understand that it can't continue like that. But Like, is this something that I'm going to have to deal with? Like,
well, listen,
very common.
Listen, we already discussed part of this. The rake where you're playing is just fucking horrible. It's horrible. You're paying like 25% rake or something. You're paying like 4 big blinds of rake on some hands. The average rake is probably like 3 big blinds or something. In an atmosphere that's raked like that, you're sort of drawing pretty slim right out the gate. Now, I know you tell me the players are fishy and blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, I play in fishy games too, and if they were raking $30, $40 a hand in the 5-10 game I play in, if when we have the $20 straddle on in the PLO game, if they were raking $60 or $80 a hand, I don't care how freaking fishy the lineup is, you're not going to be able to make money. So I think that you're just like massively up against it on the rake already. Now, if we take that out of equation, and I mean, I use like
because there is home games and stuff that I can play in that have 4+1+1, and you know, there's like there is some fucking huge games getting around here at the moment, like massive, and with small rakes. So like that can be dealt with. But like honestly, like the games that I play in, despite the fact that it's 10% capped at $20, so which is huge. I know it's massive, but they are seriously bad. But
okay,
anyway,
I already told you. Hey, look, I already told you I'm gonna have a. Yeah. This is basically like me watching the Terminator. I'm gonna have like a willing suspension of disbelief that robots can come back in time. It's about as likely that robots can come back in time as you can beat a 10% uncapped rate. But okay, I digress. Listen.
Okay.
Let's assume that robots have come back in time and you can beat the rake in that idiotic game. Now, you're still going to, because the other thing is, because the rake is so big, your advantage is going to be so small that your variance is going to be through the roof. You're not going to, imagine if the rake was a normal Los Angeles rake, like a $5 sort of cap drop. You would be $30,000 ahead right out the gate. Right out the gate, you're making $30,000. So,
yeah.
Because you're so far up against it because of that rake, and this goes, and for those of you listening saying, what does this have to do with me? I don't live in Australia, I don't come to the United States and get you thrown out of bars. I'm a completely different person. In your area, wherever you are, if you're playing in private games, you're playing a casino, you have to check the rake as well, because once the rake gets over 1 big blind a hand, it starts to get really freaking brutal. Like, brutal to the point where a lot of people who've been around, including myself, will say the game might not be worth playing it unless there's a lot of straddles and it plays exceptionally deep. But even if you're in a good game, like I play in good games, breaking even for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months is not that unheard of, because you got to think about how few hands you're actually getting in. I mean, even if you're playing in an exceptionally well-run game, you're probably not getting in more than 30 hands an hour. So you tell me you played 1,000 hours, that's 30,000 hands, maybe 30,000 hands. I mean, 30,000 hands is the blink of an eye. I mean, I know that online is much different than live, but if you told an online player you had a 30,000 hand sample, they'd be like, oh, go change your diapers, kid. Yeah. 30,000 hands doesn't even register. So I say, here's my advice to you, and this is the advice I gave you before you got fucked up drunk, and maybe you weren't listening to me.
Yeah, I can't even remember. Yeah, I was hammered.
Number one, if in the land down under you can get away with 10% basically uncapped rake, a very high 10% rake capped at 5.
Yes, I know you want me to run a home
game. Your own home game. Just run your own home game.
I fucking know. I will.
Okay. Well, then there's nothing more to discuss. I already solved all your problems. Now,
yes, but you answered my question, so 5 to 6 months, that could be something that will happen.
It happens a lot. A year. Here's what I'll tell you. This is my final word on this. Breaking even for 1 year for a top player to break even for 1 year, I think there's about a 20% chance of that. I honestly do, because most top players who I know who've played for like a decade have had a couple of break even years. So I'd say that. I say there's about a 20% chance you have a break-even year. So having a break-even 6 months is like very, very common. It's live poker. It's very slow. You don't get in that many hands, and that's why you need a super large bankroll or some other side income, because poker is just brutal. All right, Luke?
Thanks. Right.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later. Start running that home game. I'll
You
come
will.
play it when I come to Australia. All right?
Yeah, you got to come down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down there. All right.
All right, mate.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Bye. There he goes.
I've laughed and cried. I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside,